We are recording. Hi, this is Lori,
This is Peter.
and we're with Action Heroes LA with our latest movie review this time of
The Menu.
The Menu. This movie is starring. Let me get my list. We saw this, what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then we've just been busy.
Yes.
It's the holidays, and just everything's come up. So we finally, on a Sunday night, we scraped together some time. Anyway, starring Anya Taylor Joy, Ralph Fiennes, Nicholas Hoult, some other people, Judith Light, John Leguizamo, the names
Yes.
most recognizable in this. But this is an interesting movie. It's kind of makes fun of foodie culture. Foodies, the
Yes.
people who, and restaurant and famous chefs and all of that. Kind of like,
It kind of, in a way, puts them over the top.
yeah. It is and it isn't.
Yes.
It makes
In a very subdued way.
It pokes fun and kind of calls bullshit on a lot of it.
Yes.
On
Yes.
the culture of foodie culture and the heightening of chefs. So you want to start? What is it? It's Ralph Fiennes is this famous chef. Mm-hmm. He has his own private island where he does his special menu. So you have to know somebody to even get a reservation. You get on a boat, you're taken to this island, and you're served the dinner meal. So Nicholas Hoult is a character who's he's there with his date Anya Taylor Joy, who he calls at the last minute because I guess his girlfriend who was supposed to come with them, they broke up. And
Yes.
and Anya Taylor,
and that becomes a twist.
Anya Taylor Joy is not. She's just a regular old person. She's us, and everybody else are just kind of stuck up and all into this foodie, celebrity, not celebrity, but high cuisine culture. So they go to this island, and there's something happens.
Yeah, but with her being there, that in a way sort of takes the chef out of his, his. It doesn't really take him and stop him from his plans,
but it does put a wrench in them because he knew she wasn't supposed to be there, and he figured out she wasn't who she said she was,
or who she was, they were told she was, who his people were told she was.
So
yes.
So anyway, so what did you think of the movie?
I actually enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. There were some very good acting. There was some very good acting in it, but the whole trail, the way things went, it was surprising yet not really surprising. Okay. It kind of showed here's the way.
Do you think it was predictable a little bit, or?
Well, that everybody or most were going to die was kind of predictable.
Spoiler?
In the way they were going to.
Yeah.
Was not. And things that happened on the journey, although once they started, you can go, oh, this is getting ready to happen. It was still in a lot of ways shocking.
Okay.
And
yeah, it was.
and seeing a lot of the people's reactions as they were supposed to be these people, it's just like
these high society types, whether famous or rich or for however they got there. Different reasons.
So I just thought it was a very good movie, and I thought that especially the way that Anya and what was her date's name?
Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah.
The way that they presented them, and I'm sorry, this is going to be another spoiler alert,
Okay.
but his whole ass holiness.
Well, he was like the epitome of that annoying foodie person.
Yes.
The person who's so into like
Yes.
Top Chef, Top Chefs.
Yes.
Or whatever.
And what was so funny?
These meals and
Yes.
with fancy meals and
Yes.
stuff like that. So
And it seemed that everybody who thought they were up here, you kind of saw, oh no, when you really come down to it, when you really break it down, who you are and how you're probably right here.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's kind
lower.
of, it was like the elite culture and stuff, and kind of knocking them on their ass for the bullshit, and kind of elevating things, and not being actually very nice people either, because they value kind of like this elite level status stuff more than they do people.
Yes.
So I want Nicholas Hoult and Anya Taylor Joy. I can't say. It's like I say, instead of aunt, I say aunt. But they're two of my favorite actors working right now, which is like, okay, I definitely want to go see this. I saw this at a recommendation of like another YouTube movie reviewer. They did bill this as kind of a horror movie, but I don't think it is.
No, I don't think it's horror.
It is. It's a dark comedy, definitely. It is definitely a dark comedy. So, but
with
and it
very little comedy.
The elements of this, the way it's structured, it could have been horror had they gone like a little more graphic or brutal and the some of the actions that took place. But I was like, oh, that's kind of tame. I was expecting kind of a little more to happen in that respect. But I did. This was a lot of fun. It was an enjoyable movie. It was funny. It did have something to say about like our kind of elevation, and I've been guilty of it too. I love food. I love restaurants. I love fancy shit. I watch a lot of like Top Chef and cooking shows and all these chefs and like with the foams and the whatever else, and molecular gastronomy and shit like that. So it's kind of fun to see that poked fun at. To be part of it, I'm not that bad, but I can see that, particularly Nicholas Holt's character, where he was, he was so obsessed with this chef that even though the guy's plan was to kill everybody, and he was like, at one point he tells all the men, okay, he takes them outside. He's like, all right, you have 45 seconds to try to leave this island before I kill you. And everybody else takes off running. This dumbass still waiting around to like, well, maybe, this is just part of the menu. This is just, he's waiting for the next course and stuff. And it's hilarious though.
It is,
He's hilarious, and it's funny. It was really an entertaining movie. I will say I thought that it was a creative story, but I thought it was a little kind of underbaked.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it's kind of like a short story you try to stretch into a novel kind of thing in terms of a movie. That's not that it should have been a short film. It just kind of felt like it needed a little more. To kind of justify being a full-blown movie.
Right, because, the thing is, towards the end, it just really seemed like it was falling apart. Somebody was saying, is there a word we can put in there? But, two, I wonder, in the way the movie was structured, the way the night and the evening was going, is... if that was on purpose.
Okay.
That is just, it's getting towards the end, and it's not that they were writing the movie in that way and just started to fall apart, which I have seen some movies that are just that way. It's just falling apart. But I think this one was structured in that way, because the night was falling apart.
Yeah, you could count it. You could call it that
Yes.
too. So, just want to, yeah. There's a lot of good performances in this.
There is.
Yeah,
There
and
is.
it's just a really fun concept, and for a it's a little slight of movie. It's slight movie. So, but it's still entertaining. I think worth seeing. I did want to bring out, was it Hong Chow, who plays Elsa, and I think she is kind of like the host, Ralph Fiennes' chef. She's the host of the whole evening, and what a performance! That character was amazing.
And again, that was probably the thing, because her performance, her character, stayed true the whole night.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the other characters started to fall apart.
Okay.
And I don't mean just as people, but I mean as actual characters.
As these other characters didn't, it feels a little underbaked and underdeveloped in a lot of ways. So, I do want to call out. Who is the director of this? Just to mention it, I can't get his name here.
Pork Chop.
Pork Chop was, of course, directed by Mark Mylod, and who was a Mark Mylod, who's a kind of I think a new person on the scene. I don't know his credits yet, but I did want to bring out. It was produced. One of the producers was Will Ferrell, and the producers and Adam McKay, who are, Will Ferrell from Saturday Night Live, famous comedian. Adam McKay has become, who was his partner, and they've done a lot of things all the way back to their little Pearl skit viral video from like 10 to 15 years ago now. That was hilarious back then. But Adam McKay did Vice, which is a movie you really liked, and what was another? He's done a few movies that kind of very politically charged. He's a very liberal leaning kind of person, and so what is his other movies? Anyway, I usually kind of get bugged with his movies, how they're structured and stuff. Although I kind of like his message and what he's trying to do. But But so this kind of was like, this wasn't his movie, but he is one of the producers. And anyway.
Well, I thought it was a very good job. It's not an Academy Award winning movie.
Yeah, it's not.
But
like I said, it's not. It's too much of a short story told in long form to be on that level. It's a fun movie. It's not that deep, but
no, it's not that deep. But there are some interesting things that occur.
It has to say something about elitism and how it's kind of full of it's the bullshit part of a lot of like creative culture, whether it's food or like the art world, which I have experience of. Sometimes you're like, really? That's what people are? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And stuff. But yeah, it pokes fun at that elitist level of what do we really value? Kind of.
Right.
It addresses that. And so, what is of value? But funny movie. I recommend it. I kind of recommend it. We saw it in the theater, but it's worth a stream, I think, when it comes out streaming. So, any final thoughts on the menu? Tastes great.
I don't know. Looks like everything tasted great, I guess, if you like little bitty portions. But I found that.
Oh,
yes,
you got it. Yeah.
In little portions of very rich food is.
Yeah.
Very filling.
Yeah. If you've had gone to a really fancy restaurant and had a multi-course dinner, and you're thinking about, this is tiny little things, but it still fills you up.
Yeah.
Because it's it's not just that you might have a 4-course, but then they have like the in between. They have the intro, the amuse bouche, or the the little palate cleansers in between, and the desserts,
and the food that has drizzle on it,
and the drizzles, and the foams,
yes.
and the crumbles, and the coulis, and whatever all the other bullshit they do. But yeah, it's like it's rich food and it's very filling. But I like a good meal. I really do. I like a good restaurant, y'all.
Yeah. I like a bowl of gumbo. If you got that, call me over.
Which I did. We had gumbo.
Yes, we did.
All right. So, anybody Want some gumbo? Hook us up. Anyway, that was the menu. I think it's still in theaters. When it comes out on streaming, watch it. Let us know what you think of in the comments, and we out. Like the guest of Ralph Fiennes on that island.
I don't think they had any ice cream for dessert. I like a little.
A little ice cream. I don't think they cared about dessert after a while. They were just like, we got to get the hell off this island. This dude's crazy. Anyway, we out, you guys. Have a good night.
Good night.